4% as upper class. Regarding satisfaction with consumption habits, 51.6% of baby boomers rated their lifestyle as average, while 30.1% expressed dissatisfaction. Busan City is launching a project to improve public facilities and sculptures that detract from the city's aesthetics and has called for citizen participation through a survey, asking residents to submit photos of structures they want to see improved. This initiative focuses on addressing public installations that jeopardize pedestrian safety or harm the urban landscape. The city plans to combine citizen feedback with field surveys conducted jointly with district offices and design organizations to finalize target areas. In international news, Israel and Lebanon are reportedly close to finalizing a ceasefire agreement to halt fighting between Israel and Hezbollah. The proposed 60-day truce includes withdrawing Israeli forces from southern Lebanon and removing Hezbollah's presence in the area. U.S. National Security Council spokesperson John Kirby confirmed progress, but noted that the deal is not finalized yet. The Israeli cabinet is expected to discuss the proposal on Tuesday local time. And now taking a quick look at the weather here. It's currently raining in Busan City with the mercury averaging 12 degrees Celsius citywide. Afternoon highs today will peak at 15 degrees Celsius before cooling back down from 2 p.m. to an evening low of 8 degrees Celsius. And that will have to do it for this hour's news. Thank you for joining us. You're listening to BEFM Busan 영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM Busan 영어방송.
Coming up next is Midday Mate with Nick Greenwood. BEFM Busan 영어방송.
On this day in 1917, the National Hockey League was founded and featured 4 Canadian teams. The first American club, the Boston Bruins, was added in 1924. The National Hockey League, known as the NHL, is a professional ice hockey league in North America consisting of 32 teams, 25 in the United States and 7 in Canada. The Stanley Cup, the oldest professional sports trophy in North America. Most professional sports have a long history, so today we're going to talk about the biggest professional sports around the world. It's Tuesday, November the 26th, 2024. This is Midday Mate. Let's go. That was Stop Dragging My Heart Around by Stevie Nicks and Tom Petty. Now this song is about a couple with a complicated relationship. Aren't all songs basically about that? She wants to get rid of him, but he has a hold on her heart. When she tells him to stop dragging that heart around, like the title, he explains that he's just trying to protect her, as you need someone looking after you. Many of the songs Nicks has sung over the years involve hearts in different states of breaking, and many are about her intimate relationships, are written either by her or her Fleetwood Mac bandmate or soulmate Lindsey Buckingham. This song is one of the few that she could sing without dealing with the emotional baggage behind it, as it has nothing to do with her personally. A great way to open up a Tuesday here at Midday Mate. You're live in the studio in Busan on a Tuesday afternoon. It's not the most amazing weather outside, but still, it's wonderful that we have a day like today. Welcome to Midday Mate. You're listening to us on BEFM 90.5 in Busan and 103.3 FM in the Kijang, Dongguan and Noksan areas. I'm your host, Nick. And it might have been drizzling, it might have been a bit rainy earlier. Hopefully it's going to clear up now. And if you're feeling kind of gloomy because of the weather, hopefully the next couple of hours with me is going to pick you right up. And to help with that, we got a lot of love coming in, as always, on the live chat. We've got Drift Monkey Nim. Welcome to the show, my friend. Benny Nim, good to see you, saying, hello, Nick, Napidi and all, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, Benny Nim, my friend. I hope the weather in the Philippines is better than it is in Busan right now. I'm assuming it's probably quite nice over there, although it does rain a lot in the Philippines. At least when I went there, it rained a lot. But still, it was very warm. Radio City Nim, I assume that's your new name, Jinli Nim. Welcome to the show. Good to see you, saying happy Tuesday, mates. Soy Nim, wonderful to have you as always, saying, Nick, 오늘도 포근하고 따뜻해 보이는 니트. 예뻐요. Thank you. It is very warm. And I thought because the weather was kind of bad outside, I thought I should wear something a little bit warmer. Thank you for acknowledging it. We've also got Drew Bro saying good afternoon. Welcome to the show, Drew Bro, mate. It's good to see you after a long time. I hope you're doing well. How are you? I hope you're doing good. Jenny Nim as well. Welcome to the show. Good to see you, Jenny Nim. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Let's have a look here. Paul Nim, good to see you. Hope you're enjoying your lunch break and that you're working hard these days. That you're working hard. Anyway, it's going to be another Tuesday, of course, but it's going to be a great Tuesday because we've got good stuff coming your way, and I'm going to let you know what it is. We've got Listomania in hour number 1, where we introduce various kinds of lists. Today, as mentioned in the introduction, we're talking about professional sports from around the world. So professional sports, the big sports that you watch on TV. You know, we all, well, I assume, at least most of us, like one kind of sport. I'm sure many of us like a lot more kinds of sport. But anyway, we're going to be talking about the big ones. And then we have Jimmy for the real charm of Busan, where he introduces the various charms of this city every single Tuesday. And it doesn't stop in hour number 1, because in hour number 2 we have today's quote. That's where we introduce encouraging quotes from famous people. Bite-sized banters after that, daily fun conversations with a theme, and Kimberly will be leading us there. Don't make a scene after, where we introduce useful English expressions after listening to a short clip. And this week, if you weren't listening yesterday, I'm not going to give it away, but we're going over an animated film, a claymation film from the makers of Wallace and Gromit. It's one of my childhood favourites, so stick around for the second half to find out what that is. And then across the universe to wrap up the show, where we introduce stories behind Beatles songs who are still very influential in pop culture. And of course, I'll be checking your messages throughout the show. It's good to see some more faces come here. Let's have a look here. We've got 만학도 영어님 saying 안녕하세요. Welcome back to the show, my friend, saying 출첵. Good to see you. Gihan Ekanayakenim, I hope I'm saying your name correctly, but Gihannim, welcome back to the show. It's wonderful to see you. Soinim saying, 닉 목소리 오늘 좀 잠겼어요. 아프면 안 돼요. 오늘 저녁은 따뜻한 거 드시고 푹 쉬시길요. I think I'm okay. Maybe I have a bunged up nose. These days, ever since the summer left, I feel like, I have stuff stuck in my nose. I know it's TMI. It's a bit gross, sorry. But whenever the song break happens, I often have to clear it. And I guess the weather is doing that. I hope my voice doesn't sound too terrible, but thank you for wishing me to stay healthy. I'm very appreciative of it. Jubro saying, I'm glad to meet you again, Nick. It's really good to see you, Jubro Nim. Lots of memories with you, all the way back from the 4 p.m. duo. So it makes me happy to see you here. Jenny Nim saying, 닉 스웨터 이뻐용. 뭔가 되네 영국 사람 같아요. Oh, really? I guess it's a little bit smart. It's a checkered pattern today. I like these, simple, something that my granddad might wear. Those are the clothes that I like. All right, everybody. If you want to message him, but you don't quite know what to say, I'm going to give you today's question of the day. What is your favorite professional sport? What is your favorite professional sport? 가장 좋아하는 프로 스포츠는 무엇인가요? 가 오늘의 질문입니다. You can send your messages to pound 9050, 샵 9050, which will cost you 101, a Kakao Talk message, a smartphone app message, or even better, just go to YouTube, type in BEFM, click on Midday Mate, see me in the studio here, and talk with all of the lovely people in the live chat. Get involved, have some fun. Speak in either English or Korean, 상관없습니다. It's all good here. Any language is welcome. Even if it's not Korean or English, I would love to hear your native language, if you can translate it for us, of course. All right, we're going to take a song break and we'll be back with Listomania. This is Best Years of Our Lives by Baha Men.
And treat me like a Notre Dame, that's why I had to keep my shine on. I break a little something to keep my mind on, cause you had my mind gone. Turn the lights on, come on baby, let's just rewind the song. Cause all I wanna do is make the rest dance, the best dance all night long.
That was Best Year of Our Lives by Baha Men. Welcome back, everybody, to Midday Mate. It's 12:20 in the afternoon on a pretty gloomy. I would say gloomy. I don't think it's raining anymore, which thank goodness for that. But it's still, the weather's not the best. But still, I hope you're having a wonderful day, feeling happy. Anyone who's joining right now, welcome to the show. I did ask you all a question just before the song break. What is your favorite professional sport? 가장 좋아하는 프로 스포츠는 무엇인가요? That was the question. We've got some interesting answers coming in. We have Benny Nim saying, my favorite professional sport is the one that Nick mentioned in the opening, hockey, along with American football, soccer or football, basketball, and baseball. That's a lot of sports you like. And then saying, I don't know if motorsports is a professional sport, but maybe it could because one of my favorites is NASCAR. I personally would count motorsports because I love motorsports. I really like Formula One, F1, and you have to be very physically fit to play to drive. You lose so much weight in one race, and you have to be physically fit and always thinking and focused. So I would say it's a sport. A sport with engines and with wheels. So I count that. We've got more messages coming in. Paul Nim, Soy Nim, Benny Nim saying Englishman in Busan. Thank you very much. I guess I am indeed. They should, Sting should write a song about that one as well. All right, let's have a look here. We've got more coming in. We have 만학도 영어님 saying 원래 좋아하는 스포츠는 없었는데 야구 좋아하는 남편 따라 야구 경기 자주 시청하다 보니 저도 어느새 야구가 재밌더라고요. That's awesome. You don't always have an interest from when you're young. You go with your friends, you go with a loved one, and then you kind of just, you kind of follow. 좋아하게 되잖아요. So that's awesome. Personally, I don't watch a lot of baseball because people around me don't really watch baseball. So I never got into it. But I do love the spirit of baseball here in Busan. That's awesome. Anyone else send me some of your sports? I want to know what sports you like. 소희님 saying 저도 야구 좋아해요. 야구 정말 지적인 게임이에요. 먼 나중에 퇴직하면 매일 저녁 야구 보면서 지내도 재밌을 것 같다고 생각했어요. That's awesome. That's really cool. Yeah, you must like baseball a lot as well. I love the atmosphere of baseball. I don't understand the rules, but I enjoy watching it in Korea because it's a lot of fun. All right, keep sending them to me. And for Listomania, which is right now, we're talking about some of the biggest professional sports in the world. Number one on this list is, of course, I would say, the most popular globally. It's football, soccer, 축구죠. Now, in the USA, of course, they call it soccer. I think in Australia, they call it soccer as well. In England and the rest of the world, we call it football because you play it with your feet. Now, soccer is, like I said, the most popular sport in the world with an estimated 4 billion fans globally. Its widespread appeal can be attributed to its passion, the rivalries, the drama, which transcend all cultural and linguistic barriers. Now, the origins of football date back to ancient civilizations in China, Greece, and Rome, where rudimentary ball games were played. However, the modern version of the game was developed in England in the 12th century, with the first football association formed in London in 1863. Now, I remember learning hundreds of years ago, before they used a ball, they used to use human or animal heads. That's right. They would kick heads of people or animals. Of course, they were dead. Which is insane. I can't imagine you having fun with that. But then, thankfully, they changed it to the typical ball we see today, a much more humane version of it, I would say. Now, the reasons for football's popularity are very numerous. The sport is simple to understand, it requires minimal equipment to play, and it's a game that can be played by anybody, regardless of age, gender, or socioeconomic status. All you need is a round ball of some sort, and you and your friends can play for hours. There's no barrier to entry. Unlike something like Formula One, where you need to be a millionaire with a go-kart and other things to get in there. So that's the beauty of football or soccer. We have Neil Nim saying 영국 축구가 재밌더라고요. 프리미어 리그 역사가 오래되어 태어날 때부터 팬인 경우도 많은 것 같더라고요. Yeah, for sure. The Premier League it's the biggest league in the world, right? Of course, Korea's star plays in Tottenham Hotspur, and all of the best players from around the world, they tend to want to go to England because they have the biggest league. But of course, the Germans, the Italians, the Spanish all have great leagues as well. All right, next on the list is tennis. Now, the history of tennis begins with a French handball game known as Jeu de Paume, which means game of the palm, which is where the sophisticated indoor racket and ball game known as real tennis originated. The modern game of tennis is played by millions in clubs and on public courts. When the major championships were open to professionals as well as amateurs in the late 1960s, the sport saw its most rapid growth as a spectator sport. This trend continued in the 1970s as television broadcasts of the tournaments expanded and the popularity was boosted by some emerging great players. I guess the UK also has, one of the biggest tennis venues in the world. It has Wimbledon. That's where all the greats play. And actually, Wimbledon is in London. It's right next to K-Town, Hanning Town in London as well. So you can go see a game of tennis and go for some 된장찌개 as well. Go for some like galbi because they're right next to each other. Wimbledon and New Malden, right next to each other. I used to go. I used to love it there. I didn't see any Wimbledon games. I'm not the biggest tennis enthusiast, but coming in soon, Jimmy will be here, and he is a huge tennis aficionado. We've got Benny Nim saying, tennis, I like Rafael Nadal, I can never say his name, Rafael Nadal, and for females, the Williams sister, Serena and Venus. Yeah, they are giants. They're absolute giants and really, really good. Benny Nim also asking, what's Nick's favourite Premier League team? Now, I don't really support a Premier League team because my hometown were in Division 5. They're really bad. But if I had to follow a team, it would be Liverpool. But not Liverpool now. Liverpool 20 years ago when Steven Gerrard was the main man. Steven Gerrard was my hero. He was a great player, great England player, great Liverpool player too. Thanks for asking. Who's your favourite team? Do you follow the Filipino League or do you like the Premier League? Actually, in Korea, I used to follow the Hyundai Tigers, the Ulsan Hyundai Tigers, because I lived right next to the stadium and I would see some of their games. It was a lot of fun. 소희님 saying 영국 펍에서 soccer라고 하면 큰일 난다고. 너무 재밌나요? Yeah, never say soccer in England. People will give you dirty looks. 다 째려볼 거예요. So soccer라고 하지 말고요. Football, 무조건 football 영국에서 하시면 돼요. Otherwise, people will think, tourist. They don't know what they're talking about. There's a picture of Steven Gerrard lifting, what is that, the Champions League Cup? Is that the Champions? Maybe the Champions League or the FA Cup. Steven Gerrard, legend of a player, for sure. All right, next on the list we have volleyball. Now, volleyball is a sport with a fascinating history and a global presence that can be traced back to 1895 in Massachusetts, USA, when William G. Morgan created the game as an alternative to basketball, blending elements of tennis, handball, and basketball. It was originally called mintonette, and the sport quickly evolved into the volleyball we know today. Volleyball has become an international trend with 221 federation members in the International Volleyball Federation. Now, countries like Brazil, Russia, Italy, and the United States and China, as well as South Korea, are renowned for their strong national volleyball skills and traditions as well. All right, next we have, this is the one that a lot of people like. It is baseball. 야구죠. Now, baseball is often referred to as America's pastime. It holds a special place in the hearts of millions of people worldwide. The sport's roots trace back to the 18th century in the United States, where it evolved from informal games played by boys to organized amateur clubs in the 1830s and 1850s. Now, baseball's distinct combination of athleticism, teamwork, and individual brilliance creates a compelling spectacle that resonates with fans globally. Now, I like I said, I don't really know the rules of baseball, but when I see a home run, I get pretty excited. It's incredible how people can have such accuracy and strength at the same time to hit the ball out of the stadium. Benny Nim messaging in saying, I'm a fan of Man U from their old days. Man U in the old days. Man U, that was when Park Ji-sung from 2005, he was a good player. You know, they had a nickname for Park Ji-sung in Manchester United. They used to call him Three Lung Park because he could run for a long time. So that was pretty good. Next on the list, let's go through one more. We have basketball. Basketball is a sport born out of a simple idea by Dr. James Naismith in 1891 to keep his students active during the winter, and it's transformed into a global sport. These days, you look at the NBL? Is it the National Basketball League? And you can see some of the biggest giants, super talented people, are just slam dunking everywhere. You got to be genetically super gifted. You got to be tall, strong, very good looking as well. There you go. LA Lakers, is that right? My basketball ignorance is showing right now. But there you go. Very, very tall, very athletic players there. Now, the sport is very accessible and it's very simple as well. Thrilling gameplay as well attracts a diverse fan base. Now, there are teams, particularly in the NBA, like the Los Angeles Lakers, the Boston Celtics, who are very, very well-known and respected, and they've played a pivotal role in promoting basketball to a global stage. Countries like the US, Canada, Australia, Argentina, and Brazil are famous for their strong basketball teams. And those were some of the biggest sports around the world. Which is your favorite? Tell me which pro sport is your favorite. Which do you enjoy to watch? We're going to take a quick song break and we'll be back. This is All Star by Smash Mouth.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kind of dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. And all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold. It's a cool place, and they say it gets colder. You're bundled up now, wait till you get older. But the media men beg to differ, judging by the hole in the satellite picture. The ice we skate is getting pretty thin. The water's getting warm, so you might as well swim. My world's on fire, how about yours? That's the way I like it, and I'll never get bored. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. All that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold.
Go for the moon. Go for the moon. Go for the moon. Go for the moon.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. And all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars. Somebody once asked, could I spare some change for gas? I need to get myself away from this place. I said, yep, what a concept. I could use a little fuel myself, and we could all use a little change. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I'll hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. go on, get paid, and all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold. And all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold.
That was All Star by Smash Mouth. That was a great song from the movie Shrek and from Rat Race as well. A great song by a great band. Welcome back, everyone, to Midday Mate. It's 12:30. Back from Listomania, talking about the biggest sports in the world. We had a lot of different opinions coming in, which was fantastic. And I also asked you, what is your favorite sport? 가장 좋아하는 프로 스포츠는 무엇인지 알려주시면 되는데요. That's our text topic of the day. We had 진리님 messaging in saying 지난 프랑스 올림픽 때 펜싱 사브르 경기 엄청 흥겹게 봤어요. 너무 기억에 남네요. 아주 빠른 움직임이 희열되더라고요. 그 외에는 NBA 농구입니다. 동작이 좀 예술이더라고요. 라고 하셨어요. You're a fan of fencing and basketball. You say that the movement of basketball is like an art. I would agree. I would say fencing is also like an art. The way they move, the way they kind of glide back and forth and stab each other with the fencing sword, it's also like an art. So I would agree with you. That's awesome. You like those two different sports. And there are lots of sports everywhere as well that people enjoy. You know, there are some unknown sports like lacrosse. Back in university, all of my friends would play lacrosse. I had no idea what it was. I thought it was a French word, like lacrosse, but it might be a French sport, but that's super popular in the UK as well. Hasn't really taken off globally. Do they have an Olympics lacrosse team? If they do, I'm sorry that I didn't know it. But that's an interesting sport too. We have Soinim saying 한국에 있는 해외 축구 팬들은 잠을 거의 안 주무시더라고요. 시차로 축구가 거의 새벽에 해서. That's true. What is it? Korea is like 8 hours, 9 hours sometimes ahead of England. And if there is a game that's at like 4 p.m. or 5 p.m., you got to wait until 1 or 2 a.m. in Korea. I understand that. Hopefully most of the games will happen at midday though. Then you can watch it when you get home from work, have a nice beer and cheer on your favourite team as well. Well, everyone, you can keep messaging in to pound 9050 샵 9050, which will cost you 101. A Kakao Talk message. Just search for BEFM or 부산영어방송 in Korean. You can download the smartphone app, or even better, go onto YouTube. Click on Midday Mate on BFM's page. Watch me live here in the studio and talk with all the wonderful mates in the chatting area. Don't go anywhere, because Jimmy is in the building. It is now time for the real charm of Busan with Jimmy.
Hello, Jimmy in the building. I'm back with another episode of The Real Charm of Busan.
Indeed you are. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Was it raining outside when you came in?
No, it stopped.
It stopped. Good.
Luckily.
Luckily. Who knows if it'll start again.
Right.
Before we dive in, I want to ask you.
Sure.
I know you mentioned last time that you play tennis these days, yoga.
Yeah.
But what is your favorite professional sport?
Oh, well, my number one favorite sport is basketball.
Yeah. So sometimes when we used to do 4 p.m. duo, you'd come into the studio.
Right.
You and David would just talk about basketball, and I would be sitting there like, 재미없어. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know. Even like at that point, I felt a bit guilty. You know, you're
It's all right. You like a lot of sports, though.
Sure. I like basketball, baseball. I mean, I like all sort of sports that plays with ball, actually. Like football.
Yeah.
But except I'm not really a huge fan of soccer though.
What?
Yeah.
나가세요. I'm kidding.
아니, 보는 건 좋아해요, but I'm not really good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not good at it. I was never good at it. I played in a few teams.
Really?
Yeah. No, I know you're a fan of the LA Lakers.
Lakers rules.
Yeah. We showed a picture of Kobe Bryant.
Sure, Shaquille O'Neal, and nowadays LeBron James, and then
Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
He is a giant.
He's a legend.
He is a legend.
Yeah.
A giant legend. All right, so we're here for the real charm of Busan.
Sure.
Where are we going today?
Well, I'm taking you guys all the way to the eastern part of Busan, which is Chiram. Have you heard or have you been to Chiram area?
I've heard of it. Never. I don't think I've been there.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Well, this area is somewhat related to a sport, especially baseball, because there is also a baseball lighthouse in Chiram Port.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
They actually made a lighthouse. It's kind of like a statue, but it's a lighthouse. They made a bat and a baseball glove
Is that
and
in
a ball.
Gijang?
In Chiram area. Chiram Port.
Is that
it's in
towards
Gijang.
Yes,
yeah.
I saw it.
You saw it, right?
Yeah, I saw
I
it.
even walked all the way up to that lighthouse and then took a photo of it because I also love baseball too.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was at a cafe nearby. and
Right,
you could
right,
see
right.
it from there.
Sure.
And I remember you talked about Chiram as well a long time ago on the show.
Sure.
Great. Yeah. So tell us about Chiram. What can we do there?
It's actually one of the hidden gem for even locals nor tourists from all over the places. Yeah, I would really love to dive into and talk about Chiram today because starting with the picturesque Chiram Port and a baseball lighthouse, as what I've just mentioned, it's kind of, you can also taste a local specialty sea eel, 붕장어. It's kind of a raw fish. But have you ever tasted 붕장어?
붕장어. Is it similar to like 곰장어?
꼼장어랑 달라요. 약간 되게 it's really it has a soft taste.
Okay.
It's a raw fish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you eat it like 회?
회로 먹어요.
I've
Right.
never had eel as sashimi form.
But it's really good.
Oh, I've never tried that. Oh, I really
To be
want
honest,
to try that now.
to be honest, you don't really have to chew a lot
Yeah.
because it just melts inside of your mouth.
Really?
Right.
So is this the staple of the area?
Yeah, it is. It's really, it actually probably originated from Chiram area. 붕장어 is really well known. The one on the top is actually 붕장어. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
공깃밥인 줄 알았어.
그쵸. It's
that
really,
rice?
really thin and yeah.
No,
it's
that's rice.
super soft.
Are you
no.
sure?
Yeah, it is a 붕장어.
It's
Yeah, I'm a
just
huge fan of it.
finely cut up.
맞아요. It's like chopped. It's really like chopped
Okay.
in thin.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I thought we were looking at like 장어 덮밥. Right there. Okay. Oh, there's a better picture on YouTube right now.
Right.
There you go. It's kind of. I guess that kind of reminds me of the way they prepare 전어.
Oh, 비슷해요.
Because 전어 is very finely cut and thinly
Right.
cut as well.
To be honest, that's not really cut it. It's more like chopped.
좀 갈아서. It's kind of like ground up.
That's why you don't really have to chew anything. It's just like it just melts inside of your mouth. So Chiram Port actually started as a fishing village.
Oh.
And still there are some people living in that village as well.
Okay.
But which means it was really peaceful village and an area. But then as time goes by and as that eastern part of Busan gets really developed,
Yeah.
now this place is also popular as like one of those hidden gems and one of those tour attractions for like all the people to try out that 붕장어. Yeah.
I really want to try now. I
Yeah.
often pride myself on having tried most foods in Korea. But I haven't tried that one. But there's so many types of fish. Like in England, when you go for fish, it's always just cod, 대구. Or
그쵸.
maybe like 고등어, mackerel.
Mackerel.
But there's really maybe like 4 or 5 types that people eat. But in Korea, 광어, 방어.
너무나 많죠.
Yeah, 참치.
붕장어.
연어, 붕장어, 장어, 곰장어. It's so many that you have to try all of these different ones.
Right.
So I really do want to try that someday. Now, the harbour itself is somewhere that you can kind of really take a nice walk.
Definitely. It's not really a big size. So you can definitely take a walk around this harbor. So like you can walk all the way up to the baseball lighthouse from the 붕장어 restaurants. 붕장어 restaurants are all lined up in front of the harbor.
Okay.
It's a walking distance. And there is a parking lot right in front of it too. Yeah.
We have a message from Soinem asking about the texture of the food, the 붕장어. Have you eaten it?
Of course, it's one of my favorite. And since the person asked,
새꼬시처럼 뼈 식감이 있는 건가요?
있어요.
전어도 약간 그런 뼈
Yeah.
식감이 있어요.
But it's really, really soft. And I am actually saying this like multiple times. You don't really have to chew on it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's super soft.
Wow.
Because it's really, really slightly chopped.
Okay, that's good information to know.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking more about this area going in. We've talked about the food and the nice things to see. We're going to talk about activities very, very soon. Before that, though, we're going to have a quick song break. Don't go anywhere. This is Song 2 by Blur.
By a jumbo jet. It wasn't easy, but nothing is. No. When I feel heavy metal, and I feel that I need when I lie and I'm easy all of the time, but I'm never sure why I need you. Down when I was young. It's not my problem. It's not my problem. When I feel heavy metal, and I feel that I need when I lie and I'm easy all of the time, but I'm never sure why I need you.
That was Song 2 by Blur. Welcome back to Midday Mates. We're in the middle of Jimmy's segment, which is the real charm of Busan.
Yay.
We're talking about the Chiram area and some of the food. We talked as well about the famous food there, which is 붕장어. And it's something that I haven't tried, but it seems a lot of people in the comments have tried it. That makes me really want to go because my favorite thing about visiting a new area in Korea, 국내 여행할 때, is trying the local food. 저는 지난 주말에 욕지도에 갔다 왔거든요.
오.
가봤어요?
한 번도 못 가봤는데 들어는 봤어요. I heard of it.
거기에서는 고등어회가 유명하거든요. So I tried 고등어회. It was bellissimo. It was really, really good. And,
Yeah.
And then I went to, like, a few months ago, I went to 여수 and they had 삼치회. And I was like, 삼치회 처음 들어봤어요. And I had it. It was so good.
Wow.
It kind of tasted like 방어 mixed with 연어.
오, 맛있겠는데요?
It was really good.
Wow.
So my favorite thing is to go to local areas and try their specialty. So
local specialty.
So I really have to try 붕장어.
That's why, every time, whenever you guys get a chance to go to Chiram, you must try 붕장어, and then you don't really have to worry about finding places because once you arrive in Chiram area, like multiple, not hundreds, but like more than 20 붕장어 restaurants are all lined up together.
Do they all kind of have the, like, 오세요, 오세요, 오세요?
그렇게는 안 해요. It's already like they don't really need to because all the people are already lined up.
Really?
So that's why, like these days, you can actually like line it with the online platform too. So if you have some extra time, that's the time when you can just walk around the harbor area and then go check out the baseball lighthouse as well.
Okay, that's really good information. 소희님 saying 저는 일본에서 고등어 초밥 처음 먹어봤는데 너무 비렸던 기억이라서 다시는 못 먹어요라고 하셨어요. I guess it depends on how fresh it is. Actually, the 사장님 there, they said that 고등어 is really difficult to keep fresh for a
Yeah.
long time. So that's why a lot of places don't serve 고등어 회 because it has a short lifespan.
Yeah.
It goes 비려 really quickly. So
Right.
maybe, 소희님, that's why, because it wasn't fresh. They maybe had it stored in the freezer for a long time.
Maybe that too.
Maybe. But I remember the 사장님 saying it has a short shelf life. So interesting stuff.
Right.
All right, so we talked about food. Let's talk about activities in the area.
Yeah, before I fell in love with playing tennis and yoga, I really loved hiking. So besides going to Changsan, I used to also love going to 다름산, which is in Gijang Chiram area. It's a 다름산 National Recreation Forest. Yeah, so like it's really, really nearby Chiram Port. So for those of you who's into maybe hiking or who would like to go all the way up to 다름산 and then take a photo, it's highly recommended.
Yeah, I mean, I like to say that I love mountains and hiking, but I haven't been in a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, this is like the main mountain there. I assume you have the wonderful views when you get to the top.
Sure.
Is it an accessible mountain? Is it like really tough?
No, not at all. I mean, it's depending on but it's also well known for picnic and also for light hiking as well. So
Yeah.
many families actually go there because they have cabins there to rent.
Well, there, if you're looking on YouTube Live right now, we have a picture on the screen which shows the lodge that is there.
Yeah.
Where it's like eco lodges, they called it.
맞아요.
Where everybody can stay there. Kind of like glamping. You know, kind
It
of
is similar.
luxury camping.
Yeah.
And then you have a beautiful view from the top.
Right.
Yeah, we have 부산아저님 saying, 저 어딘가요? 어딘가요?
다름산입니다.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's 다름산.
Yeah, 다름산 National Recreation Forest.
Okay, and you can check out the Eco Lodge if you do want to do that. Now, let's move on to some festivals and events going on.
Yeah, end of this month from 29th to December 1st, there will be a Busan International Children's Book Fair.
Oh.
So I'm sure there are a lot of listeners out there who's raising their children's. So it might be a great information for them to actually check out this book fair event for children's.
When is it happening?
It's actually happening on 29th of November until the 1st of December.
Okay, so that's in a few days.
Yes.
What's the date today? 26th.
Yeah.
So starting in 3 days' time.
Yeah, 3 days, and which will be held in Bexco. So this event was basically created in response to the global demand for high-quality children's content, including like Korean picture books and educational sources, and even like those characters.
Okay, fantastic. I love all of the things that they have going on in Bexco all of the time.
I know.
And this is perfect for anyone raising children who wants to inspire their imagination, to help them grow into creative adults.
Right.
This will be something to check out.
Sure. So yeah, especially for me, I'm also into kind of reading nowadays. So, well, I cannot really deep dive into reading those difficult literatures and like novels. So I might just go and check out some of those children's books to kick off with. Why not?
Check out The Hungry Caterpillar. It's one of my favorites. Maybe that's a bit too easy.
Yeah.
That's a classic. We've got some messages coming in. 부산아저님 and Radio City님 saying 고등어회는 제주지만 화명동에서 먹어요 라고 하셨어요.
Oh, 화명동.
So I guess 고등어회 is originally a Jeju thing. I never had it in Jeju, but maybe it's really good there as well.
회는 모르겠는데 저는 I like grilled mackerel. 저 고등어 구이는 좋아해요.
That's delicious, of course.
Yes.
Yeah. We have a date correction, actually. The book festival, the book fair, is going on from November the 28th on Thursday until Sunday, December the 1st.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there you go. Check it out. Jimmy, thank you so much for bringing us this charming part of Busan.
Yay.
Chiram. Things to eat, things to do, and great stuff going on. And I'll see you next week, Jimmy.
Yeah, I'll see you guys next week.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
We're going to take a quick song break, but don't go anywhere because we'll be back soon with the second half. This is Mambo Number 5 by Lou Bega.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mambo number 5.
3, 4, 5, everybody in the car, so come on, let's ride to the liquor store around the corner. The boys say they want some gin and juice, but I really don't wanna be a buzz like I had last week. I must stay deep, cause talk is cheap. I like Angela, Pamela, Sandra, and Rita. And as I continue, you know they're getting sweeter. So what can I do? I really bag you, my lord. To me, flirting is just like a sport. Anything fly, it's all good. Let me jump in, please sing the trumpet. A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica by my side, a little bit of Rita's all I need, a little bit of Tina's what I see, a little bit of Sandra in the sun, a little bit of Mary all night long, a little bit of Jessica, here I am, a little bit of you makes me your man. Mambo number 5. Jump up and down and move it all around. Shake your hand to the sound, put your hands on the ground. Take one step left and one step right. One to the front and one to the side. Clap your hands once and clap your hands twice. And if it looks like this, then you're doing it. A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica by my side, a little bit of Rita's all I need, a little bit of Tina's what I see, a little bit of Sandra in the sun, a little bit of Mary all night long, a little bit of Jessica, here I am, a little bit of you makes me your man. The trumpet. Mambo number 5. A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica by my side, a little bit of Rita's all I need, a little bit of Tina's what I see, a little bit of Sandra in the sun, a little bit of Mary all night long, a little bit of Jessica, here I am, a little bit of you makes me your man. I do all to fall in love with a girl like you, 'cause you can't run, you can't hide, you and me gonna touch the sky. Mambo number 5. Don't wanna be a buzz like I had last week. I must stay deep, cause talk is cheap. I like Angela, Pamela, Sandra, and Rita. And as I continue, you know they're getting sweeter. So what can I do? I really bag you, my lord. To me, flirting is just like a sport. Anything fly, it's all good. Let me jump in, please sing the trumpet. A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica by my side, a little bit of Rita's all I need, a little bit of Tina's what I see, a little bit of Sandra in the sun, a little bit of Mary all night long, a little bit of Jessica, here I am, a little bit of you makes me your man. Mambo number 5. Jump up and down and move it all around. Shake your hand to the sound, put your hands on the ground. Take one step left and one step right. One to the front and one to the side. Clap your hands once and clap your hands twice. And if it looks like this, then you're doing it. A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica by my side, a little bit of Rita's all I need, a little bit of Tina's what I see, a little bit of Sandra in the sun.
The time is now 1 o'clock. Give me faith, give me joy, my boy. I will always cherish your strength. Giving it to me, boy. You cherish your love, give me joy, my boy. I will always cherish.
You just heard Cherish by Madonna. Now, Madonna wrote this song with Patrick Leonard, a musician who tends to stay out of the spotlight, but has done production and session work for many notable artists, including Rod Stewart and Elton John. His collaborations with Madonna are among her most successful, like A Prayer, Who's That Girl, and Live to Tell. Madonna's lyrics on Cherish are about her then-husband, actor Sean Penn, and by the time the song was released, they were in the middle of their divorce. Well, everyone, welcome back to the show. It's 1:04 in the afternoon. You're listening to Midday Mate, live in the studio in Busan on this Tuesday afternoon. This is BEFM 90.5 if you're in Busan, and 103.3 FM in the Gijang, Cheongwan and Noksan areas. I'm your host, Nick, and we're back for the second half. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. We've got some messages coming in, which is always great to see. We were talking a bit about sports in the beginning, about what's your favorite professional sport? Now, we had Jenny Nim earlier saying 저의 brother도 축구에 완전 빠진 사람이었는데요. 아직도 모든 만체스터 유나이티드 경기를 다 챙겨보더라고요. Now, he's a true fan. If he's always been following Manchester United, you know, Manchester United used to be top team 20 years ago. Now, you know, they have their ups and downs, but then he's a true fan. I know a lot of fans in Korea have switched to Tottenham because Park Ji-sung doesn't play there anymore. Now we have Son Heung-min playing for Tottenham as well. So your brother is a true fan of the beautiful game, as they call it. And that does remind me, you can answer today's question of the day. The question is, what is your favorite professional sport? 가장 좋아하는 프로 스포츠는 무엇인가요? 가 오늘의 텍스트 토픽 질문입니다. Tell me, what is your favorite? If you've got any unique ones, you know, we talked about football, baseball, basketball, any unique ones that are still fairly big and professional, let me know. We also had a message from 만학도 영어님 saying 유튜브 시청에서 라디오 청취로 바꿔야겠어요. 유유. 이제 수업 가야 하는 시간이라서 학원 도착하는 2시까지 라디오로 열심히 들을게요. 너무 재밌어요. 라고 하셨어요. Hey, you know what? That's fine. We all have to live life and you have your commitments. So thank you so much for listening anyway. And we'll be supporting you as you listen on the radio. That's the beauty of this radio show. You can listen on the radio, you can listen on the app, or you can listen on YouTube. But thank you for your support. And 화이팅, 만학도 영어님, thank you for your message. Also, Drift Monkeynim earlier saying the 29th will be my birthday. So kids' books for me, because there is the kids' book fair going on. Wow. 29th is your birthday. I'm not going to ask you how old you are because that's rude, but, you know, happy birthday in advance. What day is that? 29th is the Friday, right? Wow. What a day to have your birthday on a Friday. You can party it up that night as well. Remind me once again. Well, I'm sure our lovely listeners are going to remember because they're awesome like that. But happy birthday in advance, of course. I'm going to remind you what's coming up in the second half. We have today's quote coming in hour number 2, where we introduce encouraging quotes from famous people. Bite-sized banter after that. Daily fun conversations with a theme with Kimberly. And then Don't Make a Scene, where we introduce useful English expressions after listening to a short clip. And then to round things off, we have Across the Universe, where we introduce a Beatles song, the history and the story behind it too. And as always, I will be checking your messages throughout the show, so please send them in. You can send them to pound 9050, sharp 9050, which will cost you 101. A KakaoTalk message, just search for BEFM or Busan영어방송 in Korean. You can also search for the same thing on the smartphone app, or even better, like I said, hop onto YouTube and type in BEFM, click on Midday Mate, and you can see me in the studio and talk with all of the legends that we have here, like Retronym, who's just messaged in on YouTube saying, 저는 농구 심판도 가끔 봐요. Wow, that's awesome. So you sometimes a referee as well. You do refereeing stuff. You must be a proper fan. And, referees get so much, I can't say the word here, they get a lot of hate in professional games, even no matter the sport, football, basketball. The referees, they have to play the villain sometimes, at least to one team. They're going to be the villain. So, that's awesome that you take that responsibility. We also have, let's have a look. Pengsuapanim saying, my favorite professional sport is bowling, but these days I can't go bowling because of my friend and I can't meet because of busy work. Hey, bowling is a very social sport, right? You can go on your own, but maybe try and find some new bowling friends because bowling is a lot of fun. That's a good sport, actually. And it is a professional sport because it's televised and there are lots of big competitions too. Thanks for your message. Drift Monkey Nim letting us know his age. I won't say it on here, but, it's not that bad. Becoming that old, it's not as bad as they say. Maybe it's just a bit mentally, it's a bit jarring, but it's okay. It'll be okay, my friend. Heiting and happy birthday in advance. We're going to take a song break and we'll be back with today's quote. This is Only Wanna Be With You by Post Malone.
From different worlds. You like to laugh at me when I look at other girls. Sometimes you're crazy and you wonder why. I'm such a baby cause the cowboys make me cry. But there's nothing I can do. I've been looking for a girl like you. You look at me, you got nothing left to say. I'm gonna pot at you until I get my way. I won't dance, and you won't sing. I just wanna love you, but you wanna wear my ring. But there's nothing I can do. I only wanna be with you. You can call me your fool. Sitting on a fence, I said that line is great. You asked me what it meant by. Said I shot a man in gray. Took his wife to Italy. She ain't had $1 million, and when she died, it came to me. I can't help it if I'm lucky. I only wanna be with you. Hey, Bobby, so cool. Sometimes I wonder if it'll ever end. You get so mad at me when I go out with my friends. Sometimes you're crazy and you wonder why. I'm such a baby, yeah, the cowboys make me cry. But there's nothing I can do. I only wanna be with you. You can call me your fool. I only wanna be with you. Yeah, I'm tangled up in I only wanna be with you.
All right, that was Post Malone with Only Wanna Be With You. Before we move on, I do want to just tell you a couple of things, everybody. There are strong winds that are blowing across the country right now, so high seas advisories are up for all coastal waters as well. So let me just share a few safety tips with you so that we can stay safe in this untimely weather. Residents in affected regions are advised to refrain from outdoor activities and also secure objects such as signs or other items that could be blown over or carried away by the wind. When moving outdoors, remember, take precautions against falling debris and broken glass as well. Anglers and others near coastal areas should move to safe locations. Please avoid setting sail, and vessels that are already at sea should contact nearby ships or other relevant authorities, such as fishing radio stations, to seek shelter. Please secure and reinforce aquaculture facilities with supports and also relocate fish farming equipment, floating work platforms, and other materials to safe locations. This is an official announcement from the Ministry of the Interior and Safety, so please, everyone who is near the coast and is subject to these winds, please stay safe, watch above your heads, make sure that your surroundings are safe as the weather gets pretty windy. Well, everyone, the time is now 1:15 in the afternoon. This is Midday Mate, and it is time for our next segment, which is today's quote. Now, this is a segment where we introduce an encouraging quote from a famous or influential person. And this speaker, or this quote maker today, is very popular in the fantasy fiction world. He is the creator of Game of Thrones. It's George R.R. Martin. Have you got any fans of Game of Thrones out there? I haven't read his books. I haven't actually seen the show either, but don't tell anyone. But, you know, he's a very, very talented writer. He's created a series and a world that millions of people have been really invested in. And this quote, you know, is about books as well. Which kind of fits because this weekend we got the Kids Book Fair coming up. This quote is about books. It's from George R.R. Martin, and this is the quote. "A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. The man who never reads lives only once." One more time. "A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. The man who never reads lives only one. 책을 읽는 사람은 죽기 전에 수천 번의 인생을 살지만 책을 읽지 않는 사람은 단 한 번의 인생을 산다. 라는 뜻입니다. Now, George R.R. Martin is the acclaimed author of the epic fantasy series A Song of Ice and Fire, as well as Game of Thrones. It's a prime example of how reading can transport individuals to countless different worlds and experiences. His intricate and immersive storytelling has captured millions of readers around the world, allowing them to live vicariously through characters and settings that he's created. In Martin's vast and complex fictional universe, readers are introduced to a myriad of characters, each with their own unique perspectives, motivations, and struggles. From noble knights and cunning queens to ruthless villains and mysterious creatures, the world of Westeros is populated by a diverse cast of characters that readers can empathize with, root for, or also despise. By delving into the lives of these characters, readers are able to experience a wide range of emotions, from joy and triumph to heartbreak and despair. Now, by engaging with Martin's work, readers are also able to expand their horizons, broaden their perspectives, and develop a deeper understanding of the complexities of human nature. Through the trials and tribulations of his characters, readers are often able to explore timeless themes such as love, loyalty, betrayal, and redemption. And by experiencing these themes through the eyes of Martin's characters, readers are able to gain valuable insights into the human condition and reflect on their own beliefs, values, and choices. Which is why this quote, I think, is quite true. You delve into other characters, all of these lives, you gain these experiences vicariously from these fictional characters. And I know the feeling. When you come to the end of a good book or a good series, you feel like you were in that world. And you have memories of that world and that time and that, I guess, fantasy, even though you've never lived them yourself. Different from a movie, right? You see a movie and, you know, it was fun, but it doesn't feel like I was super invested. But when you read a book, something about that feels like you were a part of that life and that book was a part of your life. So this quote rings true. A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. The man who never reads lives only one. 책을 읽는 사람은 죽기 전에 수천 번의 인생을 살지만 책을 읽지 않는 사람은 단 한 번의 인생을 산다. And that was by George R.R. Martin. I like that one. A bit about reading. And that was today's quote. Every day we have an inspirational quote to pick you up and give you a bit of influence and inspiration. We're going to take a song break and then we'll be back with Bite-Size Banter. This is Shallow by Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper.
Tell me something, girl. Are you happy in this modern world? Or do you need more? Is there something else you're searching for? I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for change, and in the bad times I fear myself.
Tell me something, boy. Aren't you tired trying to fill that void? Or do you need more? Ain't it hard keeping it so hardcore? I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for change, and in the bad times I fear myself. I'm of the deep end, watch as I dive in. I'll never meet the ground. Crash through the surface where they can't hurt us. We're far from the shallow now. In the shallow, in the shallow.
Welcome back, everybody, to Midday Mate. It's time to let our hair down a bit, have some light-hearted, non-serious conversation. And for that, we have Kimberly.
Hello,
Welcome.
hello.
How you doing?
Good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Do you banter with a lot of people in general?
I do.
Yeah. Do you banter with your husband?
At nights, before we go to sleep, we just talk about nonsensical things sometimes.
That's the best banter, just before you sleep, I think. So what are we bantering about today?
Today, the question is, what's something weird you do when no one else is around?
말하면 안 되죠.
Why?
Because, when I get home, if there's no one home, sometimes you like to just feel free.
Yes.
Just take it all off and just be free jungle in the house.
That's true, but here at Bite Size Banter, we are all open with one another and we like to share.
All right, I'll go one step lower than that then.
Okay,
all right.
It's not too extreme?
No, it's not extreme. So something weird you do when no one else is around. 아무도 없을 때만 하시는 좀 특이한, 이상한 행동이 있나요? Go on, I'll let you lay it all out first.
Okay, I'll do an easy one first. It's not that weird, but I think my husband just doesn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always whistling when I'm by myself.
Then snakes are going to come.
Only at night.
Only at night.
Only
okay.
at night.
So you whistle a lot.
I whistle all the time.
That's got to be creepy for your husband. He's working at night and he hears...
No, but it's not like that. It's like I'm whistling songs. So it could be like new K-pop songs that are stuck in my head. And instead of singing it, I'm always whistling.
Okay. It's always like upbeat, non-scary songs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like songs that I've heard from my childhood. And then all of a sudden it just rushes back into my head. And then I start whistling that song.
Okay. Does it make you feel comforted or is it just a habit?
I think it's just a weird habit that I have. And so my husband and I, we used to work together. And then at work, when I was, just doing work by myself before the kids came in, I would be whistling. And then he would be like, who's that whistling? And then he'd like, please stop whistling. I was like, that's me.
Okay. Whistling, yeah. Are you a good whistler?
I believe I am. I think I'm very talented at whistling.
Go on, sing us a song.
Give me a song to sing.
Do you know any? Okay, All You Need Is Love by the Beatles.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
I don't know that song.
Okay. A K-pop song, you know.
Okay, then.
Anyone know that?
You don't know it?
What is it?
It was Magnetic.
By,
I don't know, some girl group. But I think it starts with the I.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure.
Okay, that's not bad.
You couldn't tell?
I couldn't. Well, it's because I don't know.
PD님, could you tell?
He's
like, nope.
뭐지?
I'm sure some of the listeners.
The ones who are fans of maybe that song and that group are. Okay, I'll give it to you. You can whistle. And you do that a lot when no one's around.
All the time.
Fair enough.
And yours?
I guess mine, it's, like when you're alone, I like to feel free. I like to be, free from the chains of clothes. But, a lot of us do, I reckon. But I guess I don't like, but I do. I guess I'll repeat conversations that I had during the day over and over.
Out loud?
Yeah. So I'll, almost like I'm reenacting in my head. So, for example, say we were talking on Bite-Size Banter and we had this exact conversation.
Right.
And I thought, there was what 이상하게 말했나? And then I'll go home and I'll repeat the conversation and then I'll say it differently and I'll say, could I have said it like this? Could I have said it like that? And then I end up just speaking like the conversation how I would have desired it to be.
Oh.
And then my wife caught me once when I was doing that while I was brushing my teeth and she was laughing at me for ages. She was like, you weirdo.
That is kind of weird.
Yeah.
So would you reenact what I said also when you're doing this?
Mostly what I said and I'd imagine what the other person says.
I see.
I think.
Imagining you changing your voice to pretend like it was me or something.
Why did you say that? I don't know. No, I don't go that far. I don't know. I thought a lot of people might do that.
Maybe I think about it, but I don't think I try to reenact or verbatim say what I had said.
You must do though, maybe if you got into an argument with somebody.
Right.
And you feel like, I should have said that. And then you imagine the scenario again in your head where you said that. And you're like, nah, yotta.
That's true. That's a good one.
I guess it's kind of like that, right? Listeners, what is something unique, weird, odd that you do when no one else is around? Be honest. It can be embarrassing. It's even more fun if it is. Kimberly, thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye. Do you have any weird habits or weird things that you do when nobody is around? It can be whether you're at home alone or you're in the car or you're in a building, anywhere outside when no one is around, a habit that you often do. We've got Dad and Son Nim on YouTube Live, welcome to the show, saying some stretching exercises. Oh, that's not too bad. I guess it depends what kind of stretching. Are you like super stretching, super wide and maybe making weird shapes with your body? Maybe if somebody in public saw you, they'd think, what is that person doing? But stretching's good for you. 소희님 saying 가끔 혼자 운전할 때 있어요. 그때는 저만의 세상이에요. 플레이리스트 미리 만들어 놓고 엄청 크게 따라 불러요. That's awesome. Singing like no one's watching. That's what you gotta do. And it's in your car, so nobody can really hear you. Unless you're really loud and have a really high-pitched voice. But that's awesome. That's something you should do, I think, especially when you're alone. Awesome. Anyone else let me know, is there anything weird that you do when nobody else is around? Send your messages to me, YouTube live chat, or you can also send it on to Kakao Talk as well if you're a bit embarrassed. If you don't want me to read it, just tell me that you don't want me to read it, and I'll just laugh to myself. All right, let's take a song break, and we'll be back with Bite-Size Banter. This is Shallow by Lady... No, it's not. It's a different song. Oh, this is a good song. This song is also from the movie Shrek. This is Enya by Orinoco Flow. No, it's Orinoco Flow by Enya. Welcome back to Midday Mate. It's 1:34 in the afternoon. We just listened to Orinoco Flow by Enya. And Drift Monkey Nim saying, sounds like a song you would hear on a Final Fantasy game at some point. You know, it does have that ethereal quality to it, very airy, very mystical. I love that song. And it's in quite a lot of movies as well. Great song. Radio City Nim, Jinli Nim saying 진짜 오랜만에 들은 노래라고 하셨어요. Yeah, it's a classic from the 90s, I think. Around that era. Great song. Anyway, it's now time for our next segment, which is Don't Make a Scene. And this is where we do make a scene by listening to a movie or TV show short clip. We break up the scene into 5 days and we learn one expression each day. This week, we are going over a movie, an animation movie, more specifically a claymation movie, because it's made of clay, from the makers of Wallace and Gromit. This is Chicken Run. It's a story about chickens who live on a chicken farm, and they are harvested for their eggs by the farmers every day. And sometimes if they don't produce enough eggs, they go to the chopping block, where they become chicken pies and roast chickens. So they don't want to live this life, so they want to escape. They hatch plans so that they can escape and be free. And all hope seems lost until one cockerel named Rocky, who is voice acted by Mel Gibson, appears in the chicken farm. He flies in and they see him flying. The chickens see him flying and it gives them hope because chickens cannot fly. So, you know, they're stuck in the farm because the chickens can't fly at all, really. But they see Rocky flying, they have hope, and they ask him to teach them to fly. And the whole movie centers around them learning to try and fly, and Rocky with his secrets, and lots of twists and turns. Let's listen to the clip.
I'm sorry.
You go ahead.
I just wanted to say, well, I may have been a bit harsh at first. Well, what I really mean is, thank you for saving my life. I come up here every night and look out to that hill and just imagine what it must be like on the other side. It's funny, I've never actually felt grass beneath my feet. I'm sorry. Here I am rambling on about hills and grass, and you had something you wanted to say.
Yeah. Life, as I've experienced it, it's full of disappointments, and,
You mean grass isn't all it's cracked up to be?
Grass. Exactly, grass. It's always greener on the other side. And then you get there, and it's brown and prickly. What I'm trying to say is... You're welcome.
And that's the scene we are going over. Ginger, the chicken on the farm, is talking to Rocky, an American rooster, and they're just having a heart-to-heart conversation. Now, yesterday we learnt the phrase, I may have been a bit harsh at first. I was too severe. I was too mean. I may have been a bit harsh at first. 내가 좀 심했다. Today, we're going to go over the phrase, here I am, rambling on about hills and grass. Here I am rambling on about hills and grass. Now, rambling on is an interesting phrase. Rambling, it means talking a lot with no point. Talking a lot with no point. 뭔가 좀 주절주절 떠들고 있다라는 뜻이에요. Now, this phrase is often used when a speaker realizes they've been talking too much or going off topic. It's often said humorously or apologetically to acknowledge that, oh, sorry, I was talking for too long, when maybe you had something that you wanted to say. So here I am rambling on이라는 말은요, 이 자신이 너무 길게 말하거나 주제에서 벗어난 이야기를 하고 있다는 것을 깨달아서 인정하거나 사과할 때 사용하는 표현입니다. 주로 유머나 겸손한 뉘앙스를 담고 있습니다. So it's used when you're in a humorous way, like you just realized, oh no, I was talking too much about irrelevant things. Sorry, please, you go ahead. 예를 들어서, here's a sentence. Oh, Here I am rambling on about my day, and I haven't even asked you how you're doing. 내가 내 하루에 대해서 주절주절 이야기만 하고 있었는데 너는 어떻게 지내는지 묻지도 않았네. I'm sorry, you tell me how you were. I was kind of just going on about myself. Yeah. So usually, so like 횡설수설하다, and then when you're kind of apologizing for it, 인정하는 거죠, that I was just talking rubbish, talking not very good things. You could also say, here I am rambling on, when you're the one with the exciting news. I'm so sorry. 와, 내가 이렇게 막 주절주절 떠들고 있는데 그런데 신나는 소식이 있는 사람은 너잖아. 미안해. You go ahead. 얘기해. I'm sorry. So that was today's expression. Here I am rambling on. And then here they said, rambling on about hills and grass, which are the things in nature. So let's listen to that scene, or just that phrase one more time.
Here I am rambling on about hills and grass.
Yeah, she's a bit embarrassed because once she said it, she realized. 깨달았잖아요. She realized she was talking too much. Here I am rambling on about hills and grass, 언덕이랑 잔디밭, right? So, yeah, that was today's expression. Hopefully you can use that as well. It's okay to ramble a bit. Sometimes we get excited and we like to ramble on. It's not necessarily a bad thing. All right, this week we will be going over Chicken Run. Stay tuned until tomorrow for the next phrase. We're going to take a song break and we'll be back with Across the Universe. This is This Charming Man by the Smiths.
Punctured bicycle on a hillside desolate. Will nature make a man of me yet? When in this charming car, this charming man, why pamper life's complexity when the leather runs smooth on the passenger seat? I would go out tonight, but I haven't got a stitch to wear. This man said it's gruesome that someone so handsome should care. A jumped up pantry boy who never knew his place. He said, return the ring. He knows so much about these things. He knows so much about these things. I would go out tonight, but I haven't got a stitch to wear. This man said it's gruesome that someone so handsome should care. Na, 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 na. This charming man. Na, 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 na. This charming man. A jumped up country boy who never knew his place. He said, return the ring. He knows so much about these things. He knows so much about these things. He knows so much about these things.
We just listened to This Charming Man by the Smiths, welcoming you back to Midday Mate. Just before the song break, we were in our segment Don't Make a Scene, going over the movie Chicken Run, and the expression today was, here I am rambling on about hills and grass. Like I said, it's used to acknowledge that you were kind of talking for too long. The phrase that makes it, I forgot to mention, the phrase that makes it seem apologetic and that you've realized it is the here I am 이 부분이 되게 중요합니다. Here I am, 그냥 이대로 막 Here I am이라고 하면 뭐 나 여기 왔다라는 뜻이죠. But here I am doing something something something이라고 하면 it's like 미안해. Like I realize I've been doing this. So in this expression it's here I am rambling on, but you can also use it with something different. You could say maybe you're eating at a buffet with your friends, but you're eating too much. And nobody else has had any food. So you're like, 막 많이 먹고 있는데, and then you can say, here I am eating like a pig and nobody else has had any food. I'm sorry. So you can use the here I am doing something something to show that you've realized, sorry, I was going a bit too overboard. 어떤 행동을 너무 과하게 했네. 라고 막 인정할 때 here I am doing something something something이라고 쓸 수 있습니다. Hopefully you can understand that a bit. My explanation is not the clearest. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, it is time to move on to a bit of music because it's Across the Universe where we go over a Beatles song, and the Beatles of course have a huge influence even to this day in the music industry. We go over one of their songs, discuss the history and the story, and we just listen to a good song, really. Today, we're going over A Day in the Life by the Beatles. Now, this is a 41-piece orchestra played on this song. The musicians were told to attend the session dressed formally, and when they got there, they were presented with party novelties like fake noses, party hats, gorilla gloves to wear, which made it clear that this was not to be a typical session. The orchestra was conducted by Paul McCartney, who told them to start with the lowest note of their instruments and gradually play to the highest. Now, this was recorded in 3 sessions. The first basic track, then the orchestra, and then the last note was dubbed in. This being the last song on the 1967 album Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, the Beatles found an interesting way to close it out. After the final note, Lennon had producer George Martin dub in a high-pitched tone, which most humans cannot hear, but it drives dogs crazy. Now, this was followed by a loop of incomprehensible studio noise, along with a voice saying something like, "Never could see any other way," all spliced and mixed together. It was put there so vinyl copies would play this continuously in the run-out groove, sounding like something went horribly wrong with the record, which is a good reason to own the vinyl. So this will be an interesting song for today's Across the Universe. Drift Monkeynim saying, silent rave time. That's a good point. If you're watching on YouTube Live, the sound will be blocked. If you do want to hear the song, please switch on the radio to 90.5 or 103.3 FM or download the app. That way it will not be blocked. Jenny Nim saying, this is my favorite segment. Benny Nim, okay, I'm back for Across the Universe. Yay. So let's listen to this song, A Day in the Life by the Beatles. In the Life by the Beatles, our song for Across the Universe. Did you hear those two orchestral crescendos? As, like we mentioned, Paul McCartney directed this. He conducted this so that all of the instruments started at the lowest note, moved to the highest note, sounded something like something from a horror movie. It's quite trippy. I say trippy is the good word to use. Kind of like it messes with your mind, but it's really cool. I guess Beatles songs are great because they have this kind of trippy, almost psychedelic element to them. Songs similar to this, I get reminded of Revolution Number 9, which is quite a scary song, actually, by the Beatles, and I Am the Walrus, which is one of the strangest songs I've ever heard in my life. And the music video is also incredibly strange, but it's epic, of course. I look forward to doing that one day on Across the Universe. But that was our song today. I hope you enjoyed it. The time is now 1:53 in the afternoon. We do have to wrap up the show here. Tomorrow is Hump Day. Yay! It's the week's going quickly, but tomorrow is going to be a wonderful day because we've got Cheryl in the studio for What's the Word? And as well as, what is it? Poetry in Motion as well. So we've got poetry coming your way too. So make sure to come and join us tomorrow. And on that note, I'm going to leave you with our last song, The Power of Love by Celine Dion. Everybody have a wonderful afternoon.
The whispers in the morning of lovers sleeping tight are rolling by like thunder now. As I look in your eyes, I hold on to your body and feel each move you make. Your voice is warm and tender, a love that I could not forsake, 'cause I'm your lost is how I'm feeling, lying in your arms, when the world that seems too much to take, that all ends when I'm with you. Even though there may be times